So Minneapolis is actually considered Burnsville, a suburb of Minneapolis. We just bought this new building. We'll give you a little tour of what we're doing here at Caliber.
Now, we've used your products before. We've done some installs, some product installs. But this is really cool because it's not often we get to go to a facility and check it out. And not often do you actually produce the products, make everything here on site. A lot of places don't do that.
Correct.
A lot of things are made off-site. So
something that we take a lot of pride in, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, that's good because you know what, everything's made in the United States.
So here, what we've got here, this is kind of a makeshift temporary space right now. We put up a bunch of queues so we get all of our offices together. We're actually planning on putting a big addition on top of the building. So it'll be glass all the way around overlooking downtown Minneapolis. So we're excited for that to happen. It hasn't happened yet. We're still trying to get our grounds and try to take care of a few things, but this is where we're kind of positioned so far.
Well, so how many employees are?
About 35.
Like staff?
That includes everybody.
Production
so that includes production, shipping, receiving, accounts receivable, you know, research and development, sales, marketing, things like that.
And what's your position here?
So my position would be new product development engineer, so developing the products, and then also sales manager, so training all the sales guys, making sure that we get our stuff out.
Let's not confuse this whole sales thing because you're back in school again. Paul
Yeah.
is I've checked you out on the net.
Lifelong. Yeah.
I've done a little bit of homework here, and yeah, you know a lot about the production end of things.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been my life for quite a long time, and plastics are kind of my core competency, and that's why it's a good fit for me to be here at Caliber. I've been here about 7 years now, and so it's working real well.
Good. Yeah. Well, show us more stuff.
Okay, cool. When we do develop new products, and I'll get in a little, talk to you a little bit about this in detail more later, but we like to make prototypes. So prototypes are probably one of the most important things to verify fit and function. These are a couple of models that we've started with. The Affinia is a great FDM model prototype builder, if you will, and I'll show you some samples of that a little bit later.
Yeah.
And this is our new baby. This is an Sla Machine. So stereolithography actually shoots a laser into a vat of photosensitive liquid that cures it layer by layer with really good accuracy, and so we can get parts off of that as well. So we're kind of graduating a little bit further into the rapid prototyping world, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
Wow. So you're not just coming up with an idea, sending some plans to China, building, pumping it in.
No. We got to test.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get it right. You've got a lot of investment into, like, as far as, our core competency is probably injection molding, which we'll show you a little bit later, but you've got to get that part exactly right. I mean, the geometry, the draft, the surface finish, textures, if you have any logos in it, how it's being gated, things like that. So doing a lot of prototypes beforehand to make sure that the fit and function works right is kind of the key before you make the big investment in the tool.
I would think so.
So here, we're in the production facility in our warehouse right here. As you can see, we've got some orders that we're still shipping out right now. This is Parts Unlimited, who's a real large distributor, as you probably know. We're getting ready to stage and ship that. Probably about 2 weeks ago, this whole area was filled with orders that were being shipped. So we were sending out full truckloads, and as you probably know, right now is our busiest time of year. I mean, we're building up for the weather and the storm, and all the distributors are filling up their distribution locations for all the dealers, and consumers are getting excited about getting their trailers pimped and getting their products. So we've got 2 crews that are going on the road, 16 trade shows this year that we're doing, including marine and snowmobile. This is one of our booths, so we ended up going from 1 team to 2 teams now. We got 1 team going out west, 1 team going out east, and up into Canada. This is our second booth. As you can see, we're just dialing it, getting a couple of the sound system dialed. We've got all the banners and everything else going. So we're just kind of setting it up, staging it, ready for the show. We talked about some of the stuff we do, like OEM. This is a car wash conveyor system. So what we're doing is we're injection molding the parts, and as we get the orders, we actually build these custom. So we'll build them, he'll put them all together, wrap them up, and then we'll ship them out.
Wow, look at that. Okay, so it sucks the beads in, right?
Oh yeah. So all the raw material, like the pellets, you'll see here. So this is just kind of staging for packaging, for raw materials and stuff like that. And we just pull that down and bring it down to the press. So here, you got some material here that we're actually running in the press. Parts are coming in here. Hold on. Kicking them out. Dropping them down here just like that. So as you can see, this is a 335-ton HPM. So meaning that's how much tonnage force to hold that mold together while it's shooting apart. Just gonna drop the parts like this. Here. Still hot, huh?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Whoa. That is really neat. So, how long would it take that machine to put out a whole pile of parts?
Well, as you can see, we're degating and getting them all ready. Depends on the cycle time. I mean, cycle time can be anywhere from 1 minute, could be like 45 seconds, all the way up to 2 minutes.
Okay.
But usually by 2 minutes, you're knocking out. In this case, you got a 4-cavity tool, so you're knocking out 4 parts every 2 minutes. Okay. So when we first started getting into the injection molding side and doing our own molding, we really decided that's when we had control of our quality, control of our production, not waiting in line with other molders, and it was kind of a big step for us, and now we're really glad that we did it. We're starting to expand. This is our newest machine. This is a Bosch 440-ton press. So what this is doing, 440 tons, meaning that's how much tonnage force that we can close and clamp that thing. Bigger molds, bigger tools, bigger parts, and a lot more surface area. So you kind of see there, that's just ejecting that part out, kicking it right here.
This is a thing, you guys will recognize this from T2, the movie, Terminator, when it gets crushed by that.
There you go.
Look at that.
So now that's going to go back into the tool later and gets over molded. So there's a soft over molding that goes over the top of that. Yep.
Wow, yeah, it's still warm. That's very cool. You know, this is every kid's dream, every guy's dream. We love this kind of stuff.
Oh,
making these
it's
things.
Geek City.
Yep.
Here's another one that's 120-ton press, kicking out some end caps. Very simple process, small tool, small press. What we'll do is we'll make all those fill gaylords depending on the size, and then actually box them. So these boxes will actually go into inventory. We're in the process of building our shop. So one of the things that I find to be super important to our success in the industry is innovation. And innovation happens with like the rapid prototyping machines we talked about, but it also happens with physical prototypes. And we're just building this shop, we're bringing in a bunch of lights, we're putting in a milling machine, lathe, we're actually adding a bunch of equipment, we're gonna have all this painted, dialed in, and this is where a lot of the innovation is gonna probably be happening.
So, yeah, okay. The skunk works, the door will close,
right.
Then you'll do all the...
Yep. The skunk works and the refinement and the changes and you know, so we can weld samples, we can machine samples, we can mold samples, we can do everything back here. So this is where a lot of the ideas come to reality.
Where do your ideas come from? Okay, yeah, you know, you've come up with a trailer product, for instance, you know, the glides.
Well, like I said before, we do 16 shows a year, and what happens at those shows is we explain to people, you know, our product, and then we talk to them and we listen. So we not only offer them solutions, we also open our minds up to possibilities, right? So probably it was 3 or 4 years ago, a guy came and told me that he got his carbide stuck in the edge of the door of a snowmobile trailer, and he went flying over the handlebars and embarrassed himself. Well, nobody wants to go through that, right? Yeah. There we go. That problem adopted a potential solution, which was the edge glide. So that edge glide, how big is that opportunity? Not sure. Thought we'd sell 1,000 parts, ended up selling 14,000 kits the first year. So those are where some ideas come from.
Yeah, wow, there you go. You gotta listen.
So one of the other things I want to show you that's really exciting that we're working on right now is the molding process. So the molding process, as you guys probably know, very expensive, time consuming. It's 8 to 10 weeks to try to develop a mold. And you know, a small mold like this might cost you $15,000 to $20,000, right? And that's why not everybody can do it. So one of the things that's real important is not only the cost, but also the timing. How long does it take to make a mold to get a part and understand that you want to make some changes? Tooling changes are expensive as well. So getting closer to a prototype that actually functions like an injection molded part is the key. And doing it faster is the key as well. So the rapid prototyping machine that I showed you before, the actual edge and the brink of technology right now, what they're doing is we're actually making an SLA or a rapid prototyping insert that goes into a mud set, into a cavity that we can throw up on the press and shoot parts. So if things go right, the way I look at it, we're going to be doing some testing. We're going to be molding parts from a concept in as little as 2 days. So as you can see, we're building product over there, packaging it, putting it back up on the shelf. So as you kind of come through some of these aisles, you'll notice that there's just tons of boxes of stock product. So that's where the stock product goes. Over here, we've got all of our lineup. So right now it's kind of closing the day, but usually during the day we've got 5, 6 guys all lined up and taking the product, putting it in. So hardware, instructions, zip them up and build pallets. So they're building pallets of raw product into finished products. Everything is produced, here in the United States, and as you can see here, we have a couple different facilities, around the Minnesota area here, so that we're bringing some stuff, different things in. In this case, this is our trash mat. As you can see, he's packaging that stuff up. We claim that we've got the best trash mats on the market. That's because we've got water channels underneath, really good grip traction here. It's quality material. Full pallets he's taking and boxing these up. There you go. Get that guy out there. This is our standard low pro wide. Just last year we ended up adding bushings into this. We found out that a lot of people were over torquing their screws. The bushings is the offset that keeps them from doing that. So that way in the summertime. Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, okay. So that way in the summertime they're not doing one of these on you. You know?
Yeah.
It's really important.
I took some of it. Don't want to screw up the process. Louis comes in and gets the poor guy fired. Wouldn't be good. I hate that, Louis. He got me fired.
So yeah, they'll build a full pallet like this, wrap it up, and then put it in the staging area or back in here. So then what happens is we'll get an order in from, let's just say, Western Power Sports, for example, right? They'll send in an order, everything that they want, all the different facilities that they want stuff done. These guys take those orders and they look at what they've got to build and what they've got to fill. So they'll get an order, they'll stage it like you got right here, trucks will come up back here, they'll pick it from back here, and it goes out the door. So this is a custom OEM product that we do. So we do some work with some trailer manufacturers. In this case, this is going up to Canada. So Marlon, I'm not sure if you guys know Marlon or not, but they manufacture their own trailer. We build them V-front ramp shields. So our standard box product that people buy for consumer and put together, we actually build these for them and ship these up in masses to them. So they've got different locations. This one's going to BC, somebody's favorite. Yep.
Yeah.
This one's going up to Manitoba, I think. Yep. And so this is kind of an example of how things go out the door.
Wow. This is a lot bigger than I expected.
Oh, really?
I'll be honest with you.
Good.
Yeah, it's
Good.
Not like a lot of the different.
And it's not stopping. I mean, we're definitely got our foot to the floor and hitting hard with new products, new developments, things like that. But I want to give a lot of credit to the guys back here because they're the ones that make this happen. We have a shipping process that basically we fill orders within a couple of days. And so if we have it here, we've got everything built up, these guys get the orders, we're shipping it out. So Nate's in charge of all of our shipping and receiving, so he's the one that actually takes all of these orders, puts them all together, wraps them up nice, orders up the truck, ships things out. So as you can see, everything is really organized, clean. Got really good history on all of our delivery status and stuff, and it's all because of this guy. So and his team.
And my team. Yeah. And my team. You're going to get to show us all your product lineup at the show, right?
Right. Yeah, we'll go through each product. No, I think some of the stuff that you will see here that you wouldn't see at the show would be stuff like our bunk wrap OEM. So we supply about 130 trailer manufacturers, marine trailer manufacturers. This is one of our products right here, is bunk wrap, and so they order that up in 1,000-foot rolls. And kind of show you a little cart to kind of give you an idea of how that works. Yeah. So we talked a little bit about that 1,000-foot roll of bunk wrap, right?
Right.
So everyone was our previous product was a channel, right? And so these extrusions would be up to 24 foot long for some of these boat trailers because bunks would be 24 foot. We came up about a year and a half ago with a new design that has living hinges in the part. So what we do now is we supply it on a roll. It comes on the roll, sits on here, and the OEMs can actually pull it on demand. So they're pulling these things out to a certain length, let's say 24 feet. This thing's going to encode it down to like 1/4 of an inch, chop it, and move on to the next. And so what that does is it eliminates all the shipping costs that you had before for these super long lengths. It really helps a lot with inventory management because inventory management is one pain in the butt. If you got 18 footers, you got 16 footers, 24 footers, you've got to manage all those different sizes. This is on demand. You got 5 24 footers, you need to pull it out, hit it, you're done. So this has really put us on the map and really got us a lot closer.
So you supply these obviously as well with the product?
Yeah, we just offer this up actually with the product. In the marine world, traditional bunks are carpeted, right? The problem with carpet is that it rips, it traps zebra mussels, things like that, and they can transfer them from one lake to the next. It also causes a lot of electrolysis in salt water. And so this is our solution for bunks for a lifelong performance upgrade, if you will. And you can see here, this is the extrusion C-channel pieces, but these pieces will go all the way down to 24 foot long. And one of the challenges is that 24 foot, the shipping is going to be crazy. So now we can actually put all that material down into one roll at 1,000 feet, and they can take it on demand.
So it's rolled flat.
It's rolled flat, so it has living hinges here, 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 and here, so then it just lays out. And then when you go to put it on your bunk, you're just folding it up and putting the fasteners in.
Paul, that's amazing.
Oh, simple.
Come on.
Oh, and here's that part that we talked about a little bit before. Well, the one that you saw on the injection mold machine.
Yeah.
So after they're done molding that base part, they'll come back, put it back into the press, and then overmold it.
So that's what that's called. I've often seen this.
Yep.
Remember when they first came out with this kind of stuff way back when?
So this is actually a glass-filled polypropylene with an overmold of a TPE, a thermoplastic elastomer. So you want a little bit of traction, some rubber soft, but you also want the strength of the ribs and the structure.
Very neat.
Yeah.
Boxes of them.
And these are actually used for personal watercraft floating dock systems. So a PWC actually rolls up onto a floating dock and sits there.
These I had before.
Oh yeah, the low pro grip glides, yep. So what we do with these is we actually cut these down at an angle and they go right onto our V-front ramp shield. Just like this.
That's the ramp shield.
Yep.
Is that a blow mold?
So this is blow molded, yep. This is injection molded. That's injection molded. These are forged. We've got pins that are turned. Those are the standoffs that go on the shield. So if you take that part, you pop that right on there.
This way?
There you go. Actually, the other way.
Okay, I'm fired.
Oh, you're good. So now what that does is when you have it up on your trailer and you drop it down, boom, that'll be an offset, so it'll sit there and it won't give you a bad angle. So now you can actually get off without it going straight down. Those are saddle racks. So we actually manufacture racks for saddles for horse trailers. So I don't know if we can actually pull one of these things out.
No, nothing in there.
Oh, it's empty. Okay. Yeah. Too bad I couldn't show you one.
You build saddle racks, so you have a pretty huge lineup.
Yeah, we've got a lot of.
Is this all under the Caliber name?
This is not. No, this is under a different brand that's called Saddle Box. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
I'd say we move on to.
Well, we got
Heydays, huh?
Yeah, we got to hit Heydays.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
Where's the razor?
The razor's at Heydays. Everything's at Heydays. That's why we got a big void right here right now.
Yeah. Okay. Next stop, Heydays.